Greetings, everyone. My name is Henry Gomez. Welcome to this Vinyasa class, beginner. If you have a block, please grab it. If you have something to pad the knees, you can always pad the knees with a fold of the mat. And we'll meet in child's pose, knees wide, big toes touch. Sink your hips towards your heels. Just coming in with the breath. Settling down in our practice, feeling the stretch in our inner thighs. We'll start off with Ujjayi Pranayama, breathing in through the nose, out through the nose with a slight constriction of the back of the throat, meaning like you're fogging up a window. Act like you're fogging a window, but instead with the mouth open, close the mouth and breathing pranayama out your nose. Once you found your breath, come on up to tabletop. Stacking your shoulders over your wrist, hips over your knees. Keeping that Hasta Bandha, that hand-earth connection. Really grounding down through all 10 knuckle pads and finger pads. Now on the inhale, drop the belly, lift the tailbone, lift the gaze for a cow. On the next exhale, round through the spine, chin towards chest for cat. Going at your own breath. Inhale for cow, arching the back. Exhale, rounding the back. Go at your own movement, really feeling the spine, getting it warmed up. Then now come back to center. Heading to plank pose. You can stay here with the knees on the mat and just bring your heels towards your glutes. Feel a little bit more of a challenge. Tug under your toes and bring those shoulders stacking over wrists. Molly right here, I don't know if it's on camera, is eating a mouse's head. It's crazy in the wild. So keeping the heels strong towards an imaginary wall, like you're pressing into it. Keeping that nice line of energy through the heels up to the crown of the head. Slight engagement of the core. Tailbone is lengthening. Really keeping Hasta Bandha like in cat and cow. Line of energy through the hands up to the shoulders. On your next exhale, you can drop the knees and lower down. Belly flops are welcome. Cobra pose, so bring the hands by the rib cage, pressing strong onto the tops of the feet. Thighs are engaged. On the next inhale, lift up, elbows hanging in for cobra pose. Exhale, lower back down, forehead touches the mat. We're going to do that 2 more times. Inhale, using your back muscles to do the work. Exhale, lower back down. Last time, we're holding it. Inhale, left up cobra. Really pressing to the tops of the feet, elbows hugging in. Exhale, lower back down. You can come to tabletop or tuck under the toes and come to plank pose. Take an inhale here, tabletop or plank. Exhale, bring your hips back and up for downward facing dog, first one of the practice. Really keeping Hasta Bandha, that hand-earth connection, pressing through all 10 knuckle pads and finger pads. Rooting down through the balls of your feet. If your heels don't come down to the mat, don't worry. You can always bring your feet wide with a super bend in the knees to protect the hamstrings, or a little bit closer in to ease up on the hamstrings and lower back. Always options in downward dog. Shoulders wrap around, bicep creases towards the front of the mat. Your gaze will be between your ankles and your shins. That will be your drishti, your focus point. Bend one knee and the other to get a stretch in your hamstrings and calves. Come back to neutral. Ground down through your left foot. Inhale, reach your right foot up for three-legged dog. All 5 toes pointed down to help better square the hips. The tendency is to fall into either side of your hands. You really want to have that even distribution in both hands. Next, exhale, sit down on your right foot. Other side, three-legged dog. Left foot up. All 5 toes pointing down to help square the hips. Tendencies for the left hip to come out. You really want to spiral those 5 toes down. Inner thigh is getting some sun. Distribution in all 10 fingers. Exhale. Left foot meets right. Bend through the knees, look up. Walk your way up to the top of the mat. Meeting in a standing forward fold. Big toes to touch. Bring your hands into fist and roll out your wrists for some wrist therapy. Release that. Inhale. Halfway left. Hands can rest on shins, thighs. Shoulder blades rolling down. Chest is not collapsed, but broaden. Lowering back down. Standing forward fold. And as you meet the standing forward fold, you can always bring the tops of the hands onto the mat to counteract through the planks, downward dogs, through sun salutations or vinyasa flows. We'll take this little sequence 2 more times. So inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, lower down, tops of the hands. Come onto the mat for some wrist therapy. Your next inhale, halfway lift. Crown and head forward. Really feeling the stretch in your hamstrings and calves. Always micro bend, as this is still early on class. Exhale, lower down. Your next inhale, start to roll up one vertebrae at a time into a mountain pose. Gazing down at your feet, lift all 10 toes off the mat. Feeling that Pada Bandha, foot earth connection. You're walking maybe side to side, front to back. Really finding that distribution in all 4 corners of your feet. And once you find Pada Bandha, bring your toes back onto the mat. Big toes to touch. Engaging your knee, engaging your thighs by lifting your kneecaps. Bring your hand onto your pubic bone, right hand on your pubic bone, left hand on your pelvis. And we really want to bring pelvis into neutral, acting like there's water in your pelvis. You don't want to have too much of a tilt towards the back for posterior, or too much pelvis tilt towards the front for anterior. You really want to have that neutral pelvic. Once you found the neutral, bring your shoulders towards your ears. and roll them back. Sternum strong. Bring your palms together at your heart, thumbs touching for mountain pose. Gazing straight ahead, or for more closure, closing your eyes. For inward perspective, going into Sun Salutation A, Surya Namaskar A. Inhale, reach your arms up. If it feels comfortable in your neck, gazing up to your thumbs, or you can just look straight ahead. Exhale, fold on down, bending your knees, standing forward fold, folding over your legs. Inhale, halfway left, hands onto shins or thighs. Exhale, lower back down, stepping back to plank, or you can bring your knees onto the mat. Exhale, lowering all the way down onto your belly. Belly flops are welcome. Pointing your toes back. Hands by rib cage. Elbows hugging in. Inhale, lift up halfway. Cobra. Exhale, lower back down. Come into tabletop, all fours, or tuck on your toes, pushing up back to plank, building strength in the arms. Slight engagement of the core. Exhale. Hips backing up, downward facing dog. Bending your knees, look up. Step or walk your way up to the top of the mat. Next inhale, lift up halfway. Spine long. Shoulders rolling back from your ears. Exhale, lower back down. Standing forward fold. Inhale, ground down through the feet, Padabandha, lift up. Upward salute, maybe gazing up. Exhale, arms by your sides. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, fold on down, bending your knees, lowering down. Protecting the hamstrings. Inhale, lift up. Halfway, spine long. Exhale, plant your palms, step back to plank. Lowering the knees as your option, lowering all the way down onto your belly. Cobra pose, lift up, using your back muscles, broadening through your collarbones. Exhale, lower back down, forehead touching the mat. All fours are plank, pushing up. Exhale, hips back and up, downward facing dog. Raise your knee, look up, walk your way to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold on down. Inhale, reach your arms up. Really feeling that strength through your legs up to your arms. Exhale, arms down by your side. Last Sunday. Inhale, reach your arms up. Swan dive, leading with your chest, folding over your legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Plant your palms, step back to plank or tabletop, or with your knees onto the mat. Exhale, lowering all the way down onto your belly. Point your toes back. Inhale, elbows hugging in, cobra. Exhale, folding on down. Tuck on your toes, push up the plank. Exhale, hips back and up, downward facing dog. Bend through your knees, look up. Step or walk your way to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, fold on down. Ground down through your feet. Line of energy up through your feet, through your shins, to your thighs. Reach your arms up, maybe gazing up. Feel comfortable in your neck. Exhale. You bring your palms together at your heart. Setting your attention. Finding your intention. and live in your intention. Put your arms down by your side. Surya Namaskara B, Sun Salutation B. There's two things added, which is chair pose and warrior one. So on your next inhale, you're gonna sink the hips. For chair pose, all of your weight is in towards your heels. Arms can be by your ears or at your heart. Keeping that length in your tailbone. Gazing at the horizon or maybe a little bit up if it feels comfortable within your neck. Keeping that weight in the heels, thighs are engaged. Slight engagement of the core. On your next exhale, folding over your legs. Inhale, halfway left. Exhale, stepping back to plank. You can come down. Just drop your knees, chest or chin, or maybe just lowering all the way down into your belly. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, lowering back down. Tucking your toes, pushing up to plank or all fours on an inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, reach your right leg up. Exhale, right foot steps between your legs, or between your hands. Spiraling that back foot down 45 degrees. And you can bring this front foot towards the right to help better square the hips. Inhale, rise up, warrior one. Front knee stacking over front ankle. Hips are squared towards the front of the mat. If you're feeling any pressure in the lower back or the back knee, you can always come up onto the ball of your back toes for a high lunge variation as a modification of warrior one. Shoulders are stacking over hips, maybe gazing up, feels comfortable in your neck. On your next exhale, plant your palms, come back to plank. Take an inhale here, exhale, lowering all the way down into your belly. Inhale, cobra, exhale, lower back down. Tucking your toes, push up the plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg up, three-legged dog, all 5 toes pointing down. Exhale, left foot top of the mat between your hands. You can bring this left foot towards the left side of the mat, spine your back foot down. I'm gonna shorten up my stance because the cat's in the way. Inhale, rise up. Press into the knife edge of your back foot. Again, if you're feeling pressure in your back knee or lower back, come onto your back toes for a high lunge. Your next exhale, lowering down, come back to plank. Do knees, chest, or chin, or lowering all the way down from plank, building strength. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, lower back down. Inhale, push up the plank with all fours. Exhale, hips backing up, downward facing dog. Bend through your knees, look up, walk your way to the top of the mat. Inhale, flat back, spine long. Exhale, fold over your legs, standing forward fold. Bend your knees, all of your weight in towards your heels. Sink your hips, chair pose, Utkatasana. Exhale, straighten your legs, Tadasana. Bring your palms together at your heart. closing down your eyes. Notice what you felt within adding Utkatasana in Warrior 1 in Surya Namaskara B. We're going to meet in Downward Dog. On inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, fold on down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold on down. You can plant your palms and step back to down dog from here, or you can take a flow, which I'm going to be cueing. Lowering all the way down into your belly. Cobra. And we're all meeting downward dog. Meeting in downward dog. You can pedal out the dog. Hamstrings are getting warmed up after Surya Namaskara. After some down dogs. Come back to neutral. Inhale, three-legged dog, right foot comes up. Exhale, right foot top of the mat. Spiral that back foot down. Warrior 2, checking this front heel in line with the back arch. And rising up. Virabhadrasana 2. Right knees in line with the small toes or the right corner of the mat. Press into the knife edge of your back foot. Notice if you're gripping the toes, you really want to keep that Pada Bandha as we learned in beginning of the class. Our head is over our heart is over our pelvis. Flip that front palm, inhale, peaceful warrior. Right hand up to the sky, left hand back to the mat, feeling that nice stretch in our left side, right side of the body. If you feel a little bit of crunch of your lower back, come out of it a little bit. Exhale, side angle, right forearm to right thigh, left arm up to the sky. The tendency is to come crash into the shoulder, which will damage the cervical vertebrae. You really want to keep that forearm strong. Feel that space between your shoulder and ear, gazing up to the top hand. Spine that chest up to the sky. Inhale, Warrior 2. Straighten that front leg. Look down towards your back foot and bring that back foot a little closer in to help shorten the stance. Triangle pose. Bump your hips towards the back of the mat. Reach your front arm like you're reaching for something off the table. And bring that right hand onto your shin, your ankle, or a block. Spiraling that chest open. Feeling that stretch in our hamstrings. A little bit of stretch in our hips. Gazing up to the top hand if it feels comfortable, or gazing down towards your big toe, keeping that drishti focus point. Really ground down through your back foot. On the next inhale, ground down through that back foot. Rise up back to Trikonasana and bend that front knee. Maybe you need to adjust the stance by bringing that back foot away from the front. Flip that front palm once again. Peaceful warrior. Exhale, cartwheel your hands and go through that vinyasa flow. Can we just skip it? Just step back to downward dog from here. Bring that back foot back to plank or all fours. Lowering all the way down onto your belly. Inhale, cobra. I did not smash the cat. He's by my side. Lower back down, forehead touches the mat. Tuck under your toes, pushing up back to plank or all fours. Exhale, downward facing dog. Really feeling that stretch in our right leg. Noticing what feels different, what doesn't. There's a cat right here. Kitty, kitty. She doesn't have a name yet, but I think I'm gonna name it Bambi, like deer. All right, left foot up, three-legged dog. We're gonna go to the other side now. Left foot top of the mat, spiral that back foot down for warrior two. Front heel back in line with the arch of the back foot. Inhale, rise up for warrior two. Left knee in line with the small toes or the left corner of the mat, pressing down to the knife edge of your back foot. Your drishti, your focus point, will be over your front fingertips, mainly the middle one. Flip that front palm, peaceful warrior. Back hand down your back leg, front arm up to the sky. Feel that stretch in your left side. Exhale, side angle. Left forearm into left thigh. Remember to really ground down through that left forearm, pressed into your thigh, building strength. Gazing up to your top hand. Spiraling that chest open to the heavens. Inhale, come on up, warrior two. Straighten that front leg, setting up for triangle. Bring that back foot a couple feet in, just a tad bit. Bump your hips towards the back of the mat, reaching for water. Let me know what you're reaching for, and lowering down. Hand onto shin, or grabbing big toes or onto a block. Gazing up to that top hand, or down towards the floor. I'm gonna look towards the floor and look at my beautiful kitten. Ground down through the back foot, keeping that pada bandha. Slight engagement of the core as you lift up, using the oblique muscles. Summertime. Keep that core nice for summer, for beach body. Bending that front knee over ankle. Maybe bring that back foot a little bit wider. Flip that front palm, peaceful warrior. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down onto the mat. Spine to your back toes. Bring that front foot to meet your back into plank. Maybe drop the knees. Lowering all the way down onto your belly for a cobra. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Bend down to your knees, look up, and start to walk your way to the top of the mat. Standing forward fold. Just me in this standing forward fold, and start to close your fingers into a fist and maybe roll them out after all the down dogs and push-ups we have been doing throughout the class. A little bit of therapy. After you're done with that, start to roll up one vertebrae at a time. Back to mountain pose, Tadasana. Standing up to Vrikshasana, tree pose. Ground down through your left foot. Hike that right knee up to your chest. Keeping Pada Bandha on your left foot. You can bring that right foot onto the left thigh, calf, or ankle. And bring on the ankle. Avoid the knee, as you can buckle your knee, and that would be dangerous. That would not be good. Bringing your palms together at your heart, or maybe up towards the sky. If you want a little bit more of a challenge, you can look up. If you want to go a little bit more deeper in the challenge, you can close down your eyes. Pressing your thigh into your foot, calf into your foot. Come on out of that one. Right foot meets left. Other side now. Ground down through your right foot. Left knee hugs in. Bring that left foot into the inner right thigh. Palms together at your heart for tree pose. Arms up overhead. Now for the advanced students, bring the corners of your mouth towards your ears for a smile. We'll be happy little trees. Come out of that one. Bring your palms together at your heart. Anjali Mudra. We're gonna meet to the back to the top of the mat if you're not there already. Inhale, reach your arms up. One last flow. Exhale, folding over your legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, you can just step back to down dog or maybe go through that flow. We won't be here for long. Medium down dog. Take an inhale, goodbye. Exhale, drop those knees. Come on to your sitting bones. Bringing your soles of your feet together for Baddha Konasana. You can always sit up on 2 blocks to help raise the hips. I need 2 blocks. Maybe you may need 1, or maybe you may need none. 0. Grabbing your hands, using your hands, grabbing your ankles or the arches of your feet. Lengthen through the spine, tall, neutral. Pressing your elbows into your knees. Knees don't have to come to the mat. Mine doesn't. Feel that stretch into inner thighs. Inhale, rise up. Extend your legs for seated forward fold. Flexing your feet towards your face. Grounding down through your sitting bones. Arms reach up. Exhale, fold on down. Bending your knees as much. So if you don't fold all the way. Lengthen through the spine. Lowering all the way down. Closing down your eyes. Inhale, rise up. Come onto your back. Bottoms of your feet onto the mat. Bring that right foot, right ankle, resting onto left thigh. Hug that. You can stay here. Nice hip opener for the right side. For a little bit more. Left knee comes into chest. Right arm goes through the hole you have just created. You can interlace your fingers behind your thighs or maybe your shins for a little bit more of a stretch. Feeling that stretch in your right glute. As you flex the feet, that's most importantly to protect the knee joints. Left foot plants down. Unhook the right foot from the left thigh. Other side now. Left ankle rests onto right thigh. Stay here. This is perfect for most. Or maybe a little bit more. Hug that right knee in. Left arm goes through the hole. Interlace your fingers behind your right thigh or maybe the right shin. Keeping those feet flexed. This is good for athletes, for runners, people that sits on desks. Unravel. Extend that left leg, hug that right knee long, or hug that right knee in, left leg long. Bring that right knee across your body for supine twist. Right arm extends out to the right, engaging over your right shoulder. A little bit of a twist to bring that spine back to neutral. Unravel out the supine twist. Right leg extends long, left knee hugs in. Bring that left knee across your body. Left arm out towards the left, engaging over your left shoulder. Unravel from the twist. Bring your soles of your feet, hips distance apart. One bridge pose. So really ground down through your feet. Pada Bandha. Fingers touching your heels. Exhale, lift your hips off the mat. Getting that nice little back bend. Squeezing the imaginary block between your thighs, or you can place a block if you have it between your thighs. Really engaging through the thighs. Next exhale, lowering down, one vertebrae at a time. Hug those knees in. Grabbing on the outsides of your feet for happy baby. Ankles in line with the knees, maybe rolling from side to side, massaging the sacrum. Unravel from happy baby. Hug those knees in. Maybe rock side to side. Hug that forehead towards your knees. Exhale, Shavasana, corpse pose. Release your feet towards each corner of the mat. Bring your arms out down by your side. Relaxing through your whole body. Fingers naturally curled in towards the center of your palm. And relax your Shavasana. As always, I'm going to mute the audio and come back and let you know when it's time to awaken from Shavasana. Inhale through the nose, exhale out through the mouth. Start to wiggle your fingers, your toes, wiggle your wrists, ankles, legs. Roll over to either side. Fetal position. Slowly start to come back to your body. Making your way to a nice comfortable seat of your choice. Do a little crisscross applesauce. Sukhasana. Bring your palms together at your heart. We'll take a full breath here as you test together. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Open your eyes. Thank you for practicing me. Let me know how this one felt. Be well, stay safe. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. If you'd like to donate, I have a PayPal in the description. It's not necessary. The equipment that I use is also in the description, like microphones, this earpiece, if you're an aspiring teacher. That will be all. Thank you for spending time with me. Thank you for inviting me to your homes. Be well, stay safe, and take care.